Hey guys, welcome back to Watchers Wednesday podcast hosted by the Binge Watchers Council. We have me here, Dom, and we have Joy.
Hello.
And Don.
Hello.
Don't forget to get your entertainment calendar and reviews on everything binge-worthy on our website at bingewatcherscouncil.com, and you can also follow us on Instagram at Binge Watchers Council and on Facebook with the same name. We've been out for kind of a little while traveling the world, but we are back with some brand new TV shows that are starting this week.
And incidentally, if you go to Italy, there's very little available on television unless you speak Italian.
And even the English channel only shows English things every once in a while. We learned that.
True. That was weird, right? It was an English channel, and then there'd be Italian shows on there. I'd be like, well, okay.
And they really like to throw back movies because we watch Silence of the Lambs and Dracula.
And Troy.
It's like that's what they think of us, isn't it? That's it.
Maybe they're just getting it. Maybe it's just distributing that direction.
Maybe.
Because they have so many better things to do there than watch TV.
They really do. I mean, they're walking everywhere, so they don't have a lot of time. But so the TV show starting this week, Tuesday, February 1st, we have Raising Dion Season 2, which I love that show. Did you guys watch Raising Dion?
I watched the first episode and I loved it so much that I was like, I'm going to save this for a whole weekend binge. And then I forgot about it. So this is a good reminder.
Don, you need to watch Raising Dion. It's so cute.
Same with me. I was like, I need to save this to watch by myself, and then forgot about it.
Well, you should watch it with your family, too, because it's really cute. It's family friendly.
Oh, okay.
And that should be a cautionary tale for all bingers. It's like, quit saving stuff. There is no such thing as a perfect weekend.
It's true. I don't save anything. I just watch and watch. And then we have the new season of Real Housewives of New Jersey on Bravo, which is like the millionth season, I think.
It is, but that's the only one I've watched is the New Jersey folks. I mean, I've caught Atlanta a little bit, but New Jersey, for some reason, I watched from start to finish.
Are you still watching it?
Yes, because, two of the main folks went to jail and got out of jail, and they introduced this new woman who's, I don't know why that one appeals to me because it's very Yankee. They flip tables and stuff, which is not how the women of my family handle conflict. So maybe that's the appeal. It's just really, really out there.
That's funny. I mean, I do love good reality TV. It doesn't matter what it is, but that for some reason is one I don't watch now. I did start it, but I'm not caught up. And then we have this show called The Real Dirty Dancing on Fox. And I was like, what? Because, it instantly got me because I was like, I love Dirty Dancing. But apparently
we all love Dirty Dancing.
It's kind of like Dancing with the Stars. It has 8 celebrities who are immersing themselves in the ultimate Dirty Dancing experience in the hope of becoming the next Baby and Johnny. Because Baby and Johnny can be replaced, apparently. Mm-hmm. But
no, not Johnny.
Thank you. And I guess I can't believe it's been 35 years since Dirty Dancing.
I just graduated high school when that came out, which tells you how old I am. But that was like the big, when I went to college, all the girls had like the live poster, like it was his actual dimensions of Johnny, like, he was laying down on the ground, propped on one elbow, and they'd have that on their college dorm room wall.
That's actually really cool. I love that.
Kiss Johnny before you go to algebra, too.
Nobody puts Baby in the corner. But so I've been reading some reviews on it, and it is not sounding good at all. Not even, I don't even think Dancing with the Stars is that great, but they're saying things like, this should have been left in the corner, and it's unlikely that you'll have the time of your life watching this.
Oh,
no. Yeah.
Well, you know what? If the new Sex and the City has taught me anything, I'm all for hate watching something.
Very true.
I'm all for sitting there and hating on it.
I agree.
I really hate the new Sex and the City.
Yeah, so the cast includes Corbin Bleu, which I haven't seen him since High School Musical, right? Like, where is he?
He did Dancing with the Stars after High School Musical.
Of course he did.
That's it.
So, now he's doing Dancing with the Dirty Dancing. No. Okay. So Corbin Bleu, Angela Johnson-Reyes, Stephen Boss, which I was like, who is that? And then I was like, oh, it's Twitch. Yeah, from So You Think You Can Dance, and Lonnie Love. And there's a few others. So I love Twitch, so I'll watch it.
So are they the competitors or the stars that normal people are hooked up with?
So
how's that
they
work?
are going to
they all can dance.
Yeah, they're the celebrities who are going to dance. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if there's professional dancers they're going to dance with. They're all trying to be Baby and Johnny to get casted on a new either show or movie that's going to be a sequel to Dirty Dancing or a remake. I'm not sure. I know. I don't know.
I'm against it.
Bad idea.
I don't like it, but I feel like you said, I'm going to hate watch it, and I'll probably make fun of a few people too.
All right, I'm with you then. I'm always down for making, maybe, if we do our March trip to Charleston to go see Dawn this year, that can be something we all hate watch.
That we all laugh at.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So that's kind of all I put for Tuesday. But Wednesday on February 2nd, we have Pam and Tommy starting on Hulu. And I'm only bringing this up because, one, I saw the trailer, and I don't think there's that much interest in this relationship. I mean, how long was it even? Are they still together?
No,
okay.
They're not. I think the big interest is how much the costume directors have made Sebastian Stan and Lily James look like them. So far, that's the only thing I've seen is like, oh, check out how much they look like them.
I mean,
how they got Lily James, who was Cinderella, to look like Pamela Anderson. That's a big jump. I'd be interested in seeing that.
A lot of lip filler and fillers of other sorts.
Yeah.
But Sebastian Stan, he's the reason why I'm going to watch it. That's the only
reason I would watch it.
I mean, I'd rather watch another show or movie about Motley Crue or one about how Baywatch came about, not just Pam and Tommy. Like, I don't know.
Well, they were the ones who kicked off the whole sex tape will make you famous scenario.
I guess. So that's the only reason.
They were not that popular until that got out. So.
I think they got really lucky with who they cast, and that's going to be the reason why anyone watches.
Yeah.
Because have you seen Pamela Anderson lately? She was on the new The Hills or Laguna Beach or whatever, and her son is now one of the cast members, and when she showed up, I almost didn't recognize her. It's not great.
I think, as a woman who has aged myself, I think that there's some things you just got to know. I don't get to hold on to what I had when I was in my early 30s. I have to age gracefully. I can't wear crop tops and certain things anymore. Well, and I'm speaking for me now. But,
and frankly, we don't want to hold on to those things because one of the problems I have with Pam Anderson is she still has her eyebrows from the 1990s. And eyebrows have come a long way.
That's one of your pet peeves, I've noticed.
It really is. They're so thin.
Eyebrows.
They're so thin.
Well, she may have just plucked them to where they can't grow back anymore.
Tattoo them, girl. That's all I'm going to say. But
Brittany's almost in the same boat. I mean, not to get off topic, but, there's sometimes you got to let go of that look you had when you were at your prime and move into a more, Helen, what's her name, Mirren, is still gorgeous. It's like, just embrace it, folks.
There's something to be said about Britney because I really, really want to love Britney Spears, and I do love her. And I was glad, that whole Free Britney movement, and now she's free. And now she's free, and I'm looking at her stuff, and I'm like, maybe you need someone to, tell you not to post things. Yes, because she is always topless, always showing her body, which is okay, not great. And doing weird dances, and she does not remove her eye makeup. Yeah, and she doesn't remove her eye makeup ever. It's the same eye makeup for months, not washed off. I don't understand. She looks like seriously.
She probably washes off.
No, I don't think she does. I think she wakes up with raccoon eyes and then says, "I'm going to record."
Yes.
It's so weird.
Raccoon eyes.
It's weird. So
again, another cautionary tale is age gracefully, people,
and wash your makeup off at night.
Yeah,
and then
did my mother call you?
I need to speak with her. We can go over some things together. On Thursday, February 3rd, we have Murderville on Netflix, and this is not what you think. It's not true crime, even though I do love it. It is an improvisational crime comedy where there's an eccentric detective and he teams up with clueless celebrity guests. I don't know what that means, but the trailer looks hilarious. And the detective is being played by Will Arnett. And then they're going to have people like... Yeah.
So funny.
Exactly. And then there's going to be people like...
Just hearing his name makes me laugh because I'm picturing like every role he's ever had.
Yeah. And then, well, on the trailer that I saw, like they had Ken Jeong and then Conan O'Brien, Alison Becker, Kumail Nanjiani. Like, it's just going to be really funny. And like, I think just, you know, a spoof on true crime and detective shows.
Well, you know, kudos for trying something new. I mean, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I'm just saying I love the fact that people are trying to do some new things because we just haven't had that for a while. We keep having remakes and sequels and...
Dirty Dancing wannabes.
Exactly. So it sounds like something that would be a good laugh. So I'm marking that down.
Yeah, I can't wait. Or, well, yeah, tomorrow is when it comes out. And then Friday, February 3rd, we have Reacher on Prime Video. And I think they're just trying to redo it because they didn't like Tom Cruise as Jack Reacher. So now he's going to be played by Alan Ritchson, which you might remember him as Gloss on The Hunger Games Catching Fire.
Yeah, well, you know, Jack Reacher, that was, okay, because you guys know how I'm about Dwayne Johnson. But him and Tom Cruise were up for the same role because the Jack Reacher in the book is big, tall,
ginormous,
muscular.
Yes.
Yeah, and so it made sense. In fact, Dwayne Johnson was talking about that was one of his big disappointments in his career is he didn't get that part because he suited the description.
Yeah, he did.
Of that part, but instead it went to someone who wasn't tall.
At all. Tall or big or anything other than great. I mean, I do love Tom Cruise. He's not Jack Reacher.
I do too, but yeah, you got it. Yeah.
So but the guy, Alan Ritchson, he got huge. I don't know if he was huge before. He was always kind of fit, but I mean, he looks huge for this role. So I think he fits it a lot better.
The only one I can remember from Hunger Games is Kato. I don't really remember.
So
Gloss.
Think Kato, but like Kato's dad. Gloss was the one who won the games, and it was him and his sister.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I had to look it up too. I was like,
right.
Who?
He was. So it was like Catching Fire when the tributes went back, like you said, just like you said.
Exactly. But to be fair, when I looked him up and it said Gloss, I had to search Gloss because I was like, who? I have no idea who that is. So that, and then Sweet Magnolias is also coming out on Friday on Netflix, and that's the one with Britney Spears' little sister, bringing up Britney Spears again.
Well, they left on a cliffhanger that I'm now remember. I can't remember what the cliffhanger was. Was there a fire or something? I don't know. It was like I remember thinking, oh, they left on a cliffhanger. Someone got in a car accident.
Did he? So Tommy, the White Power Ranger from my day, did he get Britney Spears' little sister pregnant? I know he cheated with her or something.
She left in the first one. She ends up leaving him.
Oh, maybe he's trying to get back with his ex. I don't know. I don't remember. I'll rewatch it.
I just remember there was a big cliffhanger, but clearly it wasn't so earth-shattering for me that I've held on to that information. Dawn, do you remember?
I didn't watch that show.
It's too sweet for her.
It is. It's way too sweet for me.
I love it.
It's almost like a Netflix version of a Hallmark movie. I mean, they drink margaritas that they never actually drink. I mean, they're always talking about drinking the margaritas, but then they're never really drinking them.
It's like Southern sweet is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. But, and then we have 2 movies coming, well, probably more movies than that, but the 2 I am looking forward to is Jackass Forever and Moonfall. And I have tickets for both of those already.
I know you can't wait. Jackass movie.
I was going to say, I know you can't wait for Jackass.
The Moonfall looks good, but the Jackass movies are like right up there with, I don't know, armpit noises for me in terms of how clever the comedy is.
It really is. I cannot wait. I'll let you know how it is. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Moonfall. So both of those are out this week. But I figure we could now get into our current binges, which is one of our favorite topics because we binge a lot. So what are you watching, Joy?
I am watching, because I've told you guys, I've been harassing you guys about it, but The Gilded Age, which you can't binge. Okay, so HBO is still on what I would call appointment television, which means they release one episode each week, and you can either wait several weeks and watch it all at one time, or you can just watch one episode a week, which most of us do because we get impatient. But The Gilded Age is written by the same guy who wrote Downton Abbey. And it's very much like Downton Abbey. It's a little bit earlier. It starts in 1883, which is another show I'm watching, actually called 1883, but very, very different. This is set in New York City, where old money and all those brownstones and everything kind of came into being. Well, then here comes the new money, the Rockefellers of the world, start coming into New York society, and they have new money. And so it's a little bit of that class power struggle, but everyone's wealthy. So I don't know how much of a class struggle it is. However, unlike Downton Abbey, they have made this cast a little more diverse. So you do get to see a little bit more about what went on for people other than just white wealthy people during
that's cool.
this. And so and they have some of that going on, and it's very interesting. And of course, you get immediately into the characters and their situations. My dad probably would call this a soap opera, but I love it. The biggest thing is the girl who plays Miranda on Sex and the City. It plays a woman in this that is so sweet and nice, you literally forget you're watching Miranda as you watch her, because it is such a different character, which probably speaks to how good she is as an actress. In addition to that, like I said, I've been watching 1883, which is a show my husband loves. It's set in the Wild West. It is these guys from Fort Hood, Texas, are taking a bunch of immigrants from Germany up to Oregon. So they're going up the Oregon Trail, and it is a deadly place to be on every possible level, like bandits, snakes, weather, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. And it's a little bit depressing, but if you're like my husband and you love that whole Wild West thing, this is a great show for you.
Would you consider that a Western, though? Like, even though it's set... Oh, okay. So maybe I won't like it. Because it sounds good, but I don't like Westerns.
It's not a Western. It's a modern Western. Modern Western. It's not like John Wayne Western, where they're always riding up and saying, clever things. This is like... it's like a survival show, really.
That sounds good.
They have to survive a lot, and a lot of them don't.
I like depressing survival stuff.
All right, there you go. Then there was, I've been watching, what I binged Sunday afternoon, you can binge this all in one afternoon, is The Woman in the House across the street from The Girl in the Window, which I thought was going to be like just a pure spoof on those kind of movies.
So did I.
But it's not. It's got an actual plot. She's, but it's got all those tropes. She's a hot mess who's had a tragedy, drinks too much, alienates her friends, sees a murder. No one believes her, but now she's out to prove it, So it's got all of that.
I saw a TikTok that Kristen Bell did where she was telling people about how at first it was grape juice that she was drinking, but with how much wine they want her character to drink, she's like, that is way too much sugar. She's like, I'm going to go into a stroke or something. She's like, because it's literally over 1,000 grams or something of sugar they were wanting her to drink.
A lot of wine.
So they switched it to some kind of tea, which she said was really good, but I don't remember what kind of tea. So.
And she has a phobia of rain.
Like that movie.
So that's why the tagline says, when it rains, she pours, because she does a lot of wine drinking and she's scared of the rain. And I'll close mine off because I know I want to get to what you guys are binging. But the last thing I would say is I'm reading a book called No Beauties or Monsters, which is supposed to be Veronica Mars, speaking of Kristen Bell. Veronica Mars meets Stranger Things. And since I love both of those, that was really all I needed to hear. And it's set in the Southwest, kind of like the New Mexico, Arizona area. The girl's a climber. That's one of her things that appeals to her, is she loves to go out and climb these mountains in the Southwest. So far it's very interesting, and I will let you guys know more as I get more into it. It is her best friend disappeared when they were teens, and she's out to solve that mystery.
Is it a YA novel, or?
I think it's considered YA. It certainly. I would have to get more into it to see how adult it gets.
Okay.
But so far it has the YA kind of vibe to it.
It sounds good.
And then the only other thing is I'm looking forward to, even though it's still several months away, September 13th, is Sarah Addison Allen's next book has got a release date.
Oh my gosh, 13th. It's about time.
She said that too on her Facebook this morning. She was like, I've been having pending for 3 years. And
Like,
now I have a
stop
date.
giving these teasers. Here's the cover. Here's the title. Just tell us when the book is coming out.
September 13th. So, Dawn, guess what you're getting for your birthday?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So I am binging a couple of things. Well, I binged Archive 81, which is kind of a scary show. Honestly, when I was watching it, I was like, I don't know if this is an alien or a demon, but whatever it is, it's kind of scary, and I am into it.
Was it scary? Because I was thinking it looked like a y'all kind of movie.
Scary-ish. Yeah, there are certain parts
Suspense.
that are... yes.
It's like jump scares and
a couple of jump scares, but it is about
I
a
consider that
demon,
suspense.
like a
more than I
demon
consider-
cult,
horror.
or a cult who worships this
it
demon.
took a lot of elements from like The Shining, I felt like.
Yes. So there's a lot of back and forth. And what I really did like about it is that the whole time I was really confused. Like, are we now or is this back then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're back then. And I was just, I thought it was very cleverly done how it linked it all together. Dawn, you watched it or you're still watching?
No, we finished it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we can talk about it later. And then I am also watching All of Us Are Dead, which is the new zombie show on Netflix. So if you liked Train to Busan, oh my gosh, this is the show for you. It's like
Which is
Train to
funny 'cause they
Busan with
actually
Squid
reference
Games.
it in the show.
I know they do.
That was
It
fun.
must be
They
the same
reference
creator.
what?
Train to Busan.
Train to Busan.
It's a zombie movie.
I got you to repeat it, and I'm still no.
Busan
a
is
zombie
a
movie.
town, and
Okay.
there's a train that was going to Busan when a zombie apocalypse broke out. So that's, and it takes place in Asia. So again, this is in Asia, and a zombie apocalypse breaks out, and it's following these like teenagers at this school. So it's I liked it. I mean, I love it. I'm almost done with it, and I'm really into Asian shows and movies, I think. Like, this has opened my eyes. Squid Games, Train to Busan. I'm like all about it.
It's like it's all the same studio, I think, is doing these.
It must
South
be.
Korean, so it's I think all at the studio because a lot of the same people are in these.
Yeah, and
It's
then
like the British. It's like all the same people are in the shows
and
and movies.
I can honestly
so
say
smart.
she really is. I can honestly say that I do not like the bad guy in this one. I like the good guy.
Oh wow!
You mean the
know.
bad boy or the bad guy?
Okay, is the good guy the
Bad
good-looking
boy,
guy?
bad guy. Yes, the good guy is very
Okay.
good looking. He's
Yeah,
so
okay.
hot.
We've watched the first 2 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
so
Him.
I know who you're talking about.
Love him.
Are we still talking about All of Us Are Dead?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm writing that down.
I don't know his name.
I'll watch it long enough to check out the good-looking guy.
He's
Yeah,
in the
you-
first episode, so you'll see him.
He is, and the first episode's not too zombie, really.
What streaming
Netflix.
is that?
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
And then I'm currently reading The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. All of her books are like crime thrillers, suspense thrillers, and they're all really good. And this one already, I think I'm about a third or halfway through, and it's really good. I can't wait to
Is
see
that
how
the
it
one where
ends.
I read the end for you?
It is. You didn't read it for me. I just want to preface by saying that you took it and read the end
I wanted to know what
before
happened.
I started it. So,
I saw her do that. I was there when that happened because I
Yeah.
said, "Is she reading the end?"
and then I did eventually ask her what happened, so I do know the end as well, but I am waiting for the build up for it too. And Dawn, what are you watching?
Spoiled yourself.
I did.
I also finished Archive 81, and it was a good idea for a show.
Oh yeah, the end was
and
terrible.
it had some really good elements, but it's like the writing got sloppy towards the end.
I just hated the end.
Yes, it made
direct
no
end.
sense. Me and Kenneth, after we finished watching it, I was like, okay, what?
I think they're setting it for a second one, honestly.
They definitely are. They definitely.
But
are.
I don't want a second one. I think this could have been finished and just been a
It could
good
have.
show.
It definitely could have, and just had a happy ending.
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard this from you before, Dawn, in the sense of it's almost like halfway through the writers get lazy and you have zero tolerance for that.
I don't, because if you're going to do a show, then you need to make it strong from start
Follow
to finish.
through. It's like when you do
Yeah.
basketball in middle school. They say follow through with your shot.
Yes, or golf or anything. You got to follow through.
See, I didn't
I'm
know that
also
about
in
golf.
sports.
I know, right?
I finished the second season of The Witcher.
Oh, I didn't finish
Oh
it
yeah,
yet.
me too. I finished
Yes.
it. I liked
finish it.
season 2 a lot better than season 1. Did you?
I actually like season 1 better. I felt like season 2,
Oh.
again, the writing got really sloppy at the end, and I was just like, come on, guys.
You listen to the talking? Because I just look.
I do a lot of looking, but yeah.
I thought the song that they have a song
that
each
was
season.
great.
I thought this song was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yasker's song was fantastic this time.
I had to
mean,
go
the last
back.
one was too, but
I had to go back and rewatch all of season 1 because I was like, what is going on? So I'm still on. I finally made it to season 2, but I'm still watching.
I summoned up just that there's a blonde girl and her destiny is to link up with the Witcher, and
I
they
didn't
don't
even
really
remember
ever tell
her.
you why, but it's important.
I didn't remember her. I remembered the girl with the purple eyes and him, of course. But that was it. I was like, who are these people? So, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people complaining about Yennefer needs to change her outfit.
yeah, she does wear kind of the same outfit all the time.
All
And
the
it's
time.
like, really? That doesn't look very comfortable to be running around the country in.
No,
Shouldn't you
it
put on some
doesn't.
pants? I've also been watching Station 11 on, I think it's on HBO Max. Again, it's episode by episode, which I hate. So I have to watch it weekly or just save up a bunch of episodes. I think I'm on episode
Darn
5.
HBO.
And it is very similar to the other show I've been watching, which I finished. We binged Foundation on Apple TV. And I got to tell you, if you like science fiction, Foundation is one of the best shows, science fiction wise, that I have seen in a very long time. But
All
Station
right, I'm
11
gonna
and
watch it because
Foundation,
I love sci-fi.
yeah, and they both, Station 11 and Foundation, both jump around in time, so you just have to kind of hold on. And there's tons of
man.
connections that you won't get until as you go through it.
So
you'll
you
finally
have
see
to
the
pay really
connections.
good attention.
Yes, it is not a show you can watch
Exactly.
while you're working.
Oh.
It's
Darn
got to be
it.
something
Well,
that you pay
good thing
attention
it's
to.
only weekly then.
Yeah.
But what are they
But,
about other than sci-fi? Like, what is
Station
it?
11 is about a virus that wipes out over half of the Earth's population.
Gee, that sounds so weird. I can't even imagine.
How did they come up with that idea? It's so far-fetched.
No.
Very
Foundation is Foundation is just it just blew my mind. My cousin actually told me about it, and we watched it, and we just couldn't believe how good it was, and that nobody was talking about it, about just how.
And it sounds
Fantastic. It's got some
indescribable
great
because I
actors.
still don't know what it's about.
You know
It
what?
takes
I'm
place-
sold.
It takes place in the future.
Okay.
What year?
Earth. Oh gosh, I don't know. And they only reference
Let me
Earth
watch
one
you
time,
ask
and
that
it's like it was hundreds or thousands of years ago.
Okay.
So we're gone, apparently.
Oh.
And we are now, of course, able to space travel, and there's all these there's
Finally.
so many planets and people on different planets, but there are several main characters.
Are they
you've got
hot?
Well, Lee Pace is hot.
Do you know
But-
who Lee Pace is, Dom?
I Googled him after you guys mentioned him last time.
Well, I thought because he was one of your favorite vampires in the Twilight series, so I thought
Exactly.
you'd like him for that reason.
That's what I had to figure out because I was like, I know his face. So yeah.
But yeah, it's a phenomenal show, and it's about this kingdom on this planet that they have a genetic dynasty, which means the emperor, when he died, he had himself cloned so that he could continue to rule even after
course.
he died.
Sounds like
And
North
so
Korea.
they have 3 rulers at one time. They have the young, like 12-year-old emperor, who is Dawn.
Oh.
Then they have the middle ruler that's like in his 30s, which is Day. And then they have the older ruler that's
Sunrise.
in his 50s or 60s, that's
Sunset?
Dusk.
Oh,
Dusk.
So it's
Duh.
Dawn, Day, and Dusk. That's
Dang.
the names they
What
go
if they
by.
get a 4th one? What are they going to go by?
They don't. You only have 3 at a time.
Oh,
And when
smart.
the oldest one reaches a certain
moon?
age, he is killed, and then they bring out a new baby, and they all move up a name.
Ooh, so it's got a little Logan's Run vibe to it as well.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know how old he was when they killed him, but
Are we talking about Foundation still?
yes, this is Foundation.
It's
But you're
not-
also
I just was
following-
making sure because I.
Yeah, you're also following the
Interesting.
story of a young girl who is a brilliant mathematician and scientist in a culture
As
that
we all
abhors
are.
education.
Oh,
I mean, they will kill
Really?
you. Yes, they will. If you want to learn
In
they
the
will kill you.
future.
Yes.
if you want to learn, they will kill you. How do I get
yes,
there?
any sort of science or education is looked down upon, and you will actually, if you are trying actively trying to educate yourself or learn about science, you are killed.
Dude, I am in. I failed science so much.
If you just lay around eating chips and watching Netflix,
no, it's like it's a very religious society, and so they frown upon science.
What's the religion?
I don't know I can't remember what it's called. It has a name.
Who are they worshiping? The planets?
The mother or something?
Mother. That makes sense.
But anyway, the girl is just super smart. I mean, so she winds up going against all the rules and applying for this.
Of course.
She answers this question that nobody's ever been able to answer.
What is it?
From this professor that lives on that planet that the three emperors are from.
1 hour podcast on.
So Good Will Hunting meets Space Jam.
Meets Logan's Run meets okay, so you have sold it to me.
I'm definitely gonna check. No, I'm gonna check out both.
It also has the guy from if you ever watched Chernobyl. The guy from Chernobyl is in it. I
started it. I didn't go anywhere with it.
That was a phenomenal show.
It just started too slow, but I did always plan on going back to it. But I definitely want to check out both, and I'm not a huge sci-fi fan, but you sold it.
Your binges.
It was good.
Oh, I'm not saving these. These sound like...
Anyway, I wanted to make a correction. I said that Elden Ring was an MMO, but it's not. It is a single-player game, kind of like
what game?
Dark Souls. Elden Ring that I talked about last
time.
Oh,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's a single-player game.
Did someone write a letter?
No, I was talking to
We've received many complaints.
And so I just wanted to correct myself.
We've gotten strongly worded Post-its taped to our door.
I'm glad that you corrected yourself because I thought I would want to play it, but now that I know it's only single player, I don't think I'm interested anymore.
Yeah,
I forgot that you mentioned the word Elden Ring.
I know, but I have been thinking about it since then, so I had to say it. Also, I just finished The Shining, and I also finished The Last House.
The Shining, the book, right?
Yes.
Did you love it?
I did.
I loved it so much.
It was so different from the movie.
I know. It was brilliant. Brilliant writing.
Really and then I just finished The Last House on Needless Street.
Wait, hold on. Joy is about to ruin something for me. What do you mean he hated it? He hated the movie?
Stephen King hated the movie. That's like very widely known.
Clearly not widely known enough.
Go back and watch Ready Player One, though, then. They talk about it a lot.
Yeah, but I never even read that. But, no, I didn't know he hated it. But I guess, it is very different. It is very different.
Yeah, he hated the movie because, I guess, and I would too. If I wrote a book and someone made a movie that was completely different from my book, not unlike Ready Player One, actually.
Yeah.
I would probably get annoyed as well if there was stuff I was... very put blood, sweat, and tears into, and someone just yanked it out.
The book is so good and so intricate with the details that The Shining, the movie, it's already 2.5, 3 hours. There's no way you could possibly have fit it all into a movie. It should have been a TV show.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many layers.
I don't like horror stuff. But man, you're making this sound good.
To me, it wasn't. I don't even think it was that scary. It just was good.
No, I don't know how he does that. I don't know how he could make me turn cold and be afraid with words on a page. That's incredible to me that anybody can do that.
Well, and it's incredible to me that he can do that with The Shining and then make me hate him with it. Because I thought it was the worst book I've ever read in my entire life, but I loved the movies, all of them, original and new. But anyways,
read a Casual Vacancy and you'll change your mind.
I cannot.
But the reason I read The Last House on Needless Street was because Stephen King recommended it.
Oh,
so that's why I read it.
That's kind of cool. Read what he's reading.
Yeah, it was good.
Is it scary?
It's not really scary. It's like a
suspense.
A little girl disappears and her sister grows up trying to find her, but it's not what you think and it's not the person you think, and
that's
it's
my kind of
I
book.
was not even prepared for the end. I didn't even realize what happens at the end was going to happen.
And it's called House on Needle Street.
When it can surprise you like that.
Yeah, The Last House on Needless Street.
I'm gonna watch. Read that. Yeah. That sounds really... Dawn, you're good at reviews.
Every time she needs to write more, right?
I don't know.
Yes. For me, it's like, I'm like, oh yeah, this has a hot guy, you should watch it. And Dawn is like, how can I put this in terms you may understand?
I know she's done the research. She can reference the previous things. I'm like, she drinks a lot of wine in the rain.
She doesn't like water when it comes from the sky.
She really doesn't. She faints in the street.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I do love Kristen Bell though, so I do think I'm excited for this.
Yeah, Kristen Bell is great.
And Netflix,
every so often I go back and watch Veronica Mars, even though it's very dated with its technology now, just because I love her character.
I was just talking to my cousins about Veronica Mars and explaining to them, hey, if we watch this, just so you know, early 2000s. I was like, okay, so just get over the fashion.
Yeah,
just
and don't
see
point it all
past
out,
it.
and don't, yeah.
Right. I was like, just see past it.
Yes, there's a flip phone that you have to text the old way. 1, 2, 3.
You know what's really sad? The other day also, when I was having this same conversation with my cousins, I was trying to explain to one of them about Madonna because she knows nothing about her. And I was just like, for the time, it was very controversial. And I was like trying to give this whole synopsis of Madonna and when she became really big. And it's hard.
Yeah, and comparing early Madonna with what goes on now, like, say, Nicki Minaj or...
right.
The
Everyone's
the other girl
controversial.
I'm thinking of I mean, like, she basically opened that door. But it's just hard.
Cardi B, by the way. Cardi B,
thank you. And so now it's so tame in comparison.
I know, and it's just like, I was like, the way parents look at this is how back then they were looking at that, so.
Yeah.
And then I tried to show them music videos, and it's just, I was like, okay, this isn't going to work.
No, they'll never know. They'll never know,
I know
because they weren't. And even William is like, he's like, Mom, she's so boring.
But it
I was
wasn't.
like, Madonna is boring.
I'm like, you need to watch Pleasantville.
He watched like an interview with her or something, and he's like, she's so boring. It's like, okay.
And I had to preface, I was like, okay, they're going to be in a church for this song, but listen to the words. Let me tell you what the words mean.
She doesn't interview well. Yeah, she's never interviewed well. She always tries to kind of remain dignified in the interviews, and when people hold on to their dignity, it just never
ironic.
It never works out. Yeah,
because you want her to be that rebel. You expect that she's always been, but in interviews she's very poised.
Go with the funny stuff the host is doing on the Tonight Show. If he's doing something funny, go with it. Yeah. Sing in goth voice. I watched that. Who's that actress with the high ponytail, or that singer?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Thank you. Yeah. When I get on these podcasts, I can remember no names. I know perfectly any other time. But she, when she does all those songs and different characters, it's just amazing. It's like, go with it.
She's really talented.
Very.
Not to bring up the Kardashians, because I know we're not supposed to. Well, not that we're not supposed to talk about them. We just vowed not to, but I keep breaking this vow. Did you know one of them, the one with Travis, Courtney?
Yeah. Courtney.
I think they're engaged.
No, that's not Courtney. That's Chloe. Oh wait,
no,
Travis,
Courtney.
The guy from
Travis
Blink
Barker.
80.
Two.
Yeah,
Blink 182.
They got engaged like a couple. I don't know. They're weird. They're the kind of the people that they're going to wear each other's blood in a vial.
Yes, they really are. They're going to be that kind. Or like she's going to dress in a suit and he's going to be in a wedding dress. Those kinds.
Something like that. Yeah, I think even they tweeted that recently. Like one of them said, "I love you so much, I drink your blood." And
that is disgusting.
People.
If someone says something like that,
really fast.
If you say something like that, I'm going to be like, prove it right now. You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, that is weird.
See, I would already be out. I'd be like, and I'm going to see myself out right now.
I'm going to head out. All
exactly.
right. Well, I think that kind of ties up everything we're binging, and there's a couple of casting calls that you said you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I do, because I want to hear y'all's reaction to this. I'm very excited about
I'm excited.
Weird casting. Okay, so Joaquin Phoenix. Everyone knows
I love
who
him.
I'm talking about.
Yes, Joker,
okay.
Amazing.
He's going to be cast as Napoleon in an upcoming movie.
Napoleon Bonaparte?
Yes.
Well, I can see it Napoleon? For the height, but I don't think he's going to be able to nail the accent. But
That's
Yeah,
the
he's
only
gonna be
thing,
his
because
friend.
he's a great actor, but I don't know about him
Exactly.
in accents.
It's like
Does he
Kristen
speak
Stewart
French?
doing Lynn. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Because he spoke Johnny Cash.
Was that hard?
Just Southern.
It was low.
Well, it is. A lot of people cannot do Southern accents very well, and he did pretty good on that.
Not to keep bringing up TikTok, but I saw a TikTok where this girl was talking very Southern because she's from North Carolina, and she's in LA, and a guy goes up to her and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, but I love your voice. Where are you from?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm from North Carolina," or whatever, however she said it. And I was just like, "Oh God." And he's like, "No, seriously, I think that is the best accent I've ever heard. Like, it is my favorite accent." And she's like, "Well, thank you." And I was like, "Oh God. Oh God." Like, I was like, "Please stop talking."
Why, because it was
right
fake?
Now. No, it was not fake. It was just that's not normal Southern. That's deep Southern, like Southern in the mountains or something.
Yeah. I crank mine up depending on who I'm talking to. Like right now, it's not much, but if I'm talking to someone from Alabama,
oh yeah,
I go if it's a client, folks. I have a business. But anyway, okay. So one more. We'll wrap this up with one more casting call. I want to see what y'all think about Nicolas Cage as
God.
Dracula.
No.
why
No.
is this supposed to be funny? If it's humorous,
No, they've both been cast, and the ink
yeah, but is it
dry
going to be
on
a
the deal.
funny Dracula? Because that sounds funny.
I don't think so. I think it's
Nicolas
supposed to
Cage?
be another spin on the
Dracula is supposed to be enticing. I'm not saying that Nicolas Cage is. I'm sure there's someone who likes him. I think he's a great actor. I love his movies.
My stepson loves him.
But
He has him on a T-shirt.
Dracula.
Yeah. No.
Dracula.
All right, good. I love when I surprise you guys with a casting.
Dracula.
Dracula.
Nope.
I just can't. Anyone would have been better than that. Tom Cruise would have been better than that. The Rock, he would have been better.
The Rock is
Now
Dracula.
that's quite a Dracula.
that is the.
I'm just saying, if we're just making it anybody, why not
That
have
is
a
like-
female Dracula then?
The buffest Dracula ever.
Yeah, he is. It should be a thing. I hope I get, some royalties to that because I'm the first one who said it.
Yeah, you should.
But wow, okay. I can't wait to see who else is going to be cast in those. The Napoleon one does that. I think it has a chance. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, that's probably going to be good. I'm also super excited because the new Lord of the Rings show comes out in September. The Rings of Power.
I think we might have lost Joy. Did we lose her?
Did we lose her?
Yep, she's lost. I know. In space.
She's in the Upside Down.
Oh, no. Speaking of, isn't that coming out soon or no?
Gosh, I would hope so. It's been forever. I think it is coming out, November, maybe?
Oh, my God. Why do they make me wait so long?
But, yeah, I'm super excited about the new Lord of the Rings show.
Me too. Well, that pretty
I hope
much...
it's good.
Yep, my little thing says Joy has gone away. That is sad. Why does it say it like that? Anyways, that pretty much wraps everything up anyways.
Yeah.
All right, so until next time, keep binging.
All right, see ya.
Bye.